We remained committed in speaking out the fact in advocating for the right of Liberia. We promote peace, democracy, human rights, and equal participation. Join our panelists from Monday to Friday at 10 p.m. to 12 o'clock a.m. for the most analytical and stimulating conversation training for the day on Freedom 87.
Well, folks, time check in Monroeville City, 3 minutes down 11 o'clock. Let's now bring you the program, The Nighttime Spin, here on your radio. The Nighttime Spin is a regular feature here on Freedom FM 87.9. We are live on Facebook. We are live on YouTube, so you can catch us there. Freedom FM 87.9. My name is Gerard Morris. I've been joined now by Mr. Solomon Baker Reeves, all the way there from the USA. Good evening, Mr. Solomon.
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Good evening to you, Gerald, and good evening to our wonderful people of Mama Liberia, Liberians in the diaspora, and not forgetting We Nation. It is my pleasure to be on. Sorry for my not coming regularly sometimes. I will adjust. But it is a pleasure to be on.
I think since the new year, two of us, I think our first time.
Happy New Year, man.
Yeah. Wish you many happy return. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes.
I don't know where is Tunis right now.
I don't know. I haven't talked to him. I just woke up not too long ago, and then but I have not talked to him yet.
Okay.
But I think he may have gotten the link.
Yes,
I sent a link to Masale also.
Will Masale be on tonight?
I don't know, but I sent a link to him.
Yeah, I did with Tunis. I sent a link to him already.
Yeah. So maybe when Masale sees us, he might come on. He may call me. Yeah. But I got a note that we don't have any script to look at and to have our discussion. But there are always discussion about Mama Liberia.
Yeah.
Good and bad in the country, black and white in the country, blue and yellow, and purple and black, and different things. A lot of stuff to talk about in the country. Like I was briefly listening to Spoon. Of course, they have their way of doing things, but they were materializing on a gentleman who complained about not having a sport pitch in Bapolo. Was it Bapolo? Or Grand Cru or Bapolo, one of those areas. And they were highlighting that honor President Weah's administration, the person who profession is in soccer, for him not to build soccer stadiums all over the 15 counties and what have you. I mean, it's laughable. And we can always look at certain situation and talk. And then somebody said, well, okay, soccer was President Weah's career or hobby or whatever you call it, but I would say career. And you expect him, because that was his career, to be able to transform that career in Liberia so that we can have all of the stadiums. But let's look at Buakai. His career is what? Agriculture, food. How many plantation in the 15 countries that we have honor Buakai's administration as the giant for agriculture? How many times Liberian people now fighting for food, for rice, for all those stuff, honor somebody who was the best agriculturist, and then on the proper agenda, the the arrest agenda. The they said agriculture, but some of us who farming, they don't encourage us, and a lot of people too whatever they do over there, that's what they've been doing in time immemorial. We get somebody who is the best agriculturist, instead of allowing for people to come and probably work along with him in growing food in the best farmland we have in the country. Nothing like that. If you go to a lot of stuff, and that's what they brought up, and then that was the topic, and I said that was interesting. But even though people try to um, to gaslight and do some other stuff in a conversation, so again, like, we always have a lot of stuff to discuss. So whatever we can come up with to discuss, we can do that. If we want to discuss the situation regarding travel restriction uh, in Liberia from the U.S. embassy, if we want us to discuss some other thing, we discuss it. What other
Is,
countries are doing, and different things we can discuss.
is it travel restriction? I'm told I'm told 40 persons is expected to be deported from the United States. 40 Liberians.
Well, maybe more or less, but again, people who commit criminal acts,
Okay.
they are the ones that are on the primary list. I think I shared something with you guys. I don't know effort we've been doing behind the scene as Liberians, people, and also as Americans. So what we can do, instead of pushing to sanction the Waka administration for mob justice in the country, we have seen on and on where people will kill somebody because the person is accused of stealing motorbike or stealing keke or whatever, and we see people standing by, government official, government peacekeeper that we call the police. They stand by, and still you see those things. People being killed in an open space, and no consequences. We have seen all of those stuff. Kids are being sodomized, and some of them died in the act, or later on. And we see all those things. We have the law that say if anybody sodomize somebody, or a man sleep with a man, or a woman sleep with a woman, that is it's a crime by itself. Nobody's supposed to carry report before that is done. And we see all of those things going on. Nothing has been done, and this is somebody who was saying, "Look, Liberia is a country of law. So the law, is it just one sided when somebody else that you think is your opposition, then you apply the rule of law, or are you going to arrest if John Brown is sleeping with a boy or sleeping with a man, and that is a crime? Because if you see me killing somebody, or if somebody report that I killed somebody, you're not going to wait uh, 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 for somebody to sue me before you do that. Once there's allegation or this is that, the law will take a course until I prove myself innocent. But that is not what is going on in the country. A lot of stuff when it comes to human rights that we could, because we have the opportunity, the privilege, to flag some of those stuff, but we don't do it because the impact of it is not going to affect Buckeye, because Buckeye has built his wealth. The remaining years that God gave him to live, he's not going to regret anything. He's not going to be a beggar for anything. He and his family, nothing like that going to happen to them. But it will happen to us. Take for example when the Unity Party people and their uh, partners, when we're pushing for sanction for strategic people in Wia's administration. People were jubilating, but still, some of the things that this man was doing, because at one time I flagged it when Minister, I mean, yes, he was, how they call them, the MD for the port.
The port Sekou Touré.
No. I'm not talking about that young man or that
Okay.
man. I'm talking about when Mr. Traore was there.
Oh, okay. Bill Traore.
Bill Traore. When Bill
Yeah.
Traore was there,
Mhm.
during the WIA's administration, knowing full well that the source of income of Liberia depended hardly on what comes in a country, what leaves from the country. Those are very important. And when Madam Parker was then there were certain things that she suggested that look, when we borrow, even if we borrow money to fix our own port here, uh, we pay the debt, but we have a lot of money coming in the country. That was a big rift between President Salif and Madam Parker, and that led to her being removed. But we put it in a term that that she resigned. Today, the Ellen supported company owned the APN terminal, owned by as we know, Tony Blair and his group. Today, if they made billions of dollars, they only gave certain percentage. I don't know if the percentage is 3%. At 3%, they're going to do. When President Weah came, because all of those contracts were already signed, and you don't just undo an agreement that is already made until you go half. If the contract is 15 years, you can renegotiate when the person have gone about 7.5 in a year. Those were information that we gathered. So when the Weah administration came, there was some other stuff they wanted to do. In fact, Mr. Tuare, they were trying to say, you know what, let's develop the other ports outside of Monrovia. When we develop those other ports outside of Monrovia, we can privatize those ports, or there will be competition. And of course, Liberia being Liberia, and some of our prominent lawyers being lawyer for those companies, they pushed and said, well, Liberia only has one port system, the National Port of Liberia. They call it LPA. I think that's what they call LPA. So the Port of Ghana is not different from the NPA. The Port of Harper or Greenville, they are not independent of their own. They all operate under the National Port of Liberia. So if we are leasing the National Port of Liberia to the APN people, it means that they have jurisdiction on those other ships. Of course, our own Liberian people, as lawyer for those companies, they were able to play their game. Tuare, we're talking about having inland port, because if you go to Bon County, you go to Nima County, they don't have access to port. But having inland port is going to be another way of growing the economy. People coming from the Ivory Coast to bring businesses, it will be shorter. And then when they come to Nima, we can use the rail, we can use other means, and then the development in the country that will increase. They say, oh, Bill Traore, they're doing all of these things so that they can use the port. Their own family people can use the port, and they're taking money out of the country. Boom, they put sanction on them. Liberians were jubilating because some of those politicians, uh, they were saying, they were pushing it that we are administration is doing this so that they can steal the money. Today, we are hearing different things that they want to use the Port of Buchanan as to privatize it, to do this, to do that. See, when the good thing that this young man, because I'm older than President Weah, uh, this young man was doing, because they hate him, they were all considered bad, bad ideas. But anytime he's start praising God, start dancing, start doing this one, then they say, oh, the man that only dancing he can do. Today, we have all of those bogo contract they're signing, and they're enriching themselves. And the same thing that was going on in the country is going on in the country. For me, Liberia is more important to me than being a united partisan. Liberia is more important to me than being whatever party. And this is why we talk some of these things. They were saying that roll we eat today, most of the thing that they are hoping on is, oh, road connectivity, go to the southeastern, and all of those stuff they are talking about. And those were the things that they were criticizing. And you see, we're going to bring jobs, we're going to do this. Buckeye, when Buckeye comes to power, he had the experience, he had the connection. You have a lot of NGO coming back in the country and all of those stuff. They're pushing it today, and we're seeing that. Uh, when they delegate a school that was being built on the we are administration, they will say no, we building it and all of those stuff. So there are a lot of things for us to discuss when it comes to Liberia, and I always want for us to be honest to ourselves and not to be carried away by political parties. Because political parties, they are not doing anything for the country. Not at all. They don't have any distinct platform. They may switch it around. I remember, may his soul rest in peace, but the Liberty Party uh, political leader, he was saying, "Oh, we're going to build banks in the rural areas and other stuff." And I asked him, "How are you going to do that? Uh, you don't have electricity, you don't have road, you don't have all of this. So how are you going to do that?" And then he said, of course, at that time, he and the elder brother of uh, Senator Kanga Lawrence, they were here in New York, and then he said, "Mo ang gongo nyo kaong,"
I don't,
meaning
I
that
don't,
are you a
I
Congo
don't.
person now? Because I was what I
Mhm.
was saying and the side I was taking. But go ahead.
Yes, I don't know. I don't know if it is internet issues, but you keep breaking. But go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, well, maybe interference, but I'm
Okay.
I'm clear in my deliberation. But again, if
Yeah.
it is problem, then we can see what happens.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, so those are things we are destroying the country. Somebody mentioned uh, about a football field that President Weah did. I think it was in Bapolo, and the guy was talking. Well, the people they can put pantages around it and all that. And then I seen this guy making fun out of it. Stanton Waterspoon making fun out of it. Oh, is that stadium? Is that stadium? Something is better than nothing. When Talbot administration initiated what we have today as SKD under the Taiwanese government,
Samuel
nothing was
Kando.
no. My man, maybe you were not born at that time. I'm talking about what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Go ahead.
it was under the Talbot administration. Okay, when Doe came in, that's when they started putting the structure there, the
Okay.
groundbreaking, everything what they were done uh, during the Talbot regime, and the late President Doe being somebody that was down to earth, the same way we have President we are people person and what have you. Uh, he he continued. That was one of the things his administration did to complete the sports stadium. It was not, I mean, it was not even SKD. It was later on when Dole came and completed it or built it. That's when they named it after him. But it was something that was started from the Talbot administration. Okay, so uh, it took years before they started building it. So if President we have built something for those young men and women not to be playing soccer on the beach on the sand, but to at least have something to start with, I think that's something that worth commending. Uh, and we saw when President Weah became president. Actually, he was elected I think 2017, and then within the first 1.5 or maybe 2 years, we have the COVID outbreak, and no country was giving fund to any other country. If somebody will give you a funding or help you out, it will be because of the personal connection you have with that particular leader of the other country. For example, President Weah. Uh, some of the stuff that he got from other countries, it was from his best friend. For example, France, Macron, that was Ria's fan. And when they saw all of the things that he was doing, he said, "Oh, I'm doing this." They reached out to him, the UAE people. It was not because they were giving money and things like that, but it was because of the special connection relationship he had with the president. So he was able to do some of those things. Today, people are saying, oh, his 6 years, he didn't build this, he didn't do that, he didn't do this. And those are things that we have to spot. I'm not here to defend CDC if CDC is doing the wrong thing or whatsoever. I'm always here because President Weah did something. The little thing that he did, I remember that little thing. Did he do it in We Nation? No. President Weah, of course, he has a wonderful plan for We Nation, but he did not win the re-election. President Weah was frequently in We Nation, play soccer there with some of our colleagues, like in reference to Mose Player and all of those stuff. So he's very, very familiar with ways on We Nation and all of that. Before leaving office, it did a tour from Buchanan all the way to the St. John River at the border of Bone and Grand Bassa. He drove there. That particular time when he drove there, all of his vehicle, everything was buried in mud. He saw how important that road business was going to be. He prioritized it. Of course, he didn't win. We're not going to hold him responsible for that. But he's somebody that was developmentally oriented, developmentally inclined, and what have you. But development comes about giving money. The people in Liberia, most people were not paying taxes to government, and the people that were in government or working, whatever taxes they were being spent on salaries of government officials and things like that. So you cannot really do any development. Uh, but the ones that he did, they were very, very important. So for President, we had to go in the village and see how people still living in these tagged houses or huts, and they still going in the bushes to ease themselves. No. So President we have started building some stuff in those areas. Even in Mankante of Grand Bassa, we have our old folks, our people, some of the people who are group of 77. They didn't have a place to really stay. And looking at what other people in other countries do for their old folks, President Weah decided to build for them to build old folks home in Grand Bassa County. Very beautiful. Today it has been abandoned. So there are a lot of things that he did. Of course, there was some other stuff that he could not do because the money was not available. And secondly, he had other people around him who were not really doing what they supposed to have done in order to let the Liberian people know. Take, for example, Gerald as president and somebody who controlled EFBC. The people didn't really uh, uh, educate him more or encourage him more to prioritize on communication. President we have been somebody who he loves speaking his dialect like me. Uh, they did not encourage him to say, you know what, let's improve our dialects or
Mm.
languages that used to be on those radio stations back in those days. Let the people hear for themselves in their own languages. The same way when the people were filled with the spirit and they started speaking in tongues, and people from the various neighborhoods they could hear them speak in their various languages, and they saw exactly that the glory of God was being pour on the people. Nothing that was done. I'm not saying bringing a Congo man or a Crown man or a Basso man to ERBS as a director uh, uh, will improve the system or will not. It depends on how innovative the people are. When they honor the WEA administration, nobody advised him, even from ERBC, to say, you know what, we need for our people to get the information that is going on. So let the people start speaking Bassa. Let people start speaking Crew. Let the people start speaking Mano, or Gil, or Mandingo, or Mende, or the way it used to be. Nothing like that. So our people are not informed. Today, the same thing going on. Okay, so there was some stuff that he did not prioritize. For example, you have the King's FM, his own radio station. Initially, It used to cover dominantly Masurado County and maybe some other surrounding, maybe Magibi, and maybe some area of Bassa, because as soon as you cross up Farmington River, you in Grand Bassa, so people could hear some other stuff. But it was not the range. It was not big enough to cover the entire country. Me as president, my radio station would be able to cover the breadth
The,
and
fif-
depth,
the
yeah, of the
15
entire
counties.
country. Huh?
The 15 counties.
The 15 countries and beyond. And
Okay.
I will use my influence as somebody that is regionally known, continentally known, and all of those stuff. I could reach out to even ECOWAS. So this is what I'm doing. My friends, I want us for people to hear the development that we are doing, whether in Ghana or in Liberia and all those places. President, we would have built a radio station that will cover the entire of West Africa or even beyond.
Mm.
But nobody to bring that to his attention. President, we could have built a better television system in the country, because what people see, even if you lie and they see that lie and you're talking about it over and over, they say we saw it on a machine and blah 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 blah. President, we have spent enough time. President, we have a lot of friends in Italy, and they're still supporting. They love him. Somebody could have said, look, Mr. President, since you have all this connection, we can improve our communication system. ERBC will be the best in West Africa. ELTV will be the best in West Africa. Even if you didn't want to do it on a government level, you could have done it privately. And then all of those things, all of the last Spawn TV, we're not going to crush a president. We have information system, and I'm still encouraging him to do those things because they are good. I love hearing this young man, even though his own story is different. My own story is different, but they have the same root, and that's why many Liberians they can identify with him. That's why they understand him better and better. But again, he surrounded himself with some other people who could not allow people that have some good advice or things that to reach out to him. Anytime you reach out to, and not just person we are, I will start with my own party. When Amara Kone, when he just became uh, a minister for planning and economic affairs, that's how we used to call that ministry years ago. There were some things going on regarding land issue. There were some things going on with the rape issue. There were some things going on with human trafficking and all of those stuff. We brought it to the attention of Amara. One time he came here, I personally brought it to his attention and say, okay, we hear you. When I had the opportunity to meet Manu Salif, here I told the president, I said, well, either you don't want to listen to what your people have to say, or the people that you have that advising you, they're not telling you the right thing. I said, Madam President, under your administration, there is one, I don't want to call name, but that one Ghanaian guy, he was doing um, uh, uh, orphanage home in the country. There were a lot of people that were taking children from there, that were making money out of that, and they themselves were going on social media bragging that, oh, out of one child or so, some of them were able to make $75,000 and all of those stuff. It came to the attention of the American government. They have to uh, talk to Ellen, and of course, you all heard how Ellen banned the adoption thing for some times. Okay, so there were a lot of things going on, and I brought that to the president's attention. I said, you see, the Ralphie Highway, right after you pass by Rock International, look on your left hand side, Madam President. There is a old car parked over there because we don't have means of salvaging those vehicles. They park there, and our people, because you have people that have exorbitant prices at the free port. And then, in the same time, Madam President, you gave your ministers, you gave the lawmakers duty free, and they can free somebody ship. I mean, a container, and the money going in their hands. It's not going to the government. So if you are charging 15,000 to free container, and the guy say, okay, just give me 8,000. Do you know who that party? particular person going to go to? Go to the guy that is charging 8,000, and the government is losing money. I brought that to their attention, but they told you, but you decided not to do it. The person was noting when we're going there. Other people are carry CV. I said, no, I'm not interested in work, but I'm interested in speaking my mind. The Tokwa, the injured Tokwa issue. I said the same thing. It was all over in the diaspora. Nothing the government has done, but I thank God that the very day I was in the country, that was the time those guys they were arrested, and then they started doing the case and things like that. But I'm saying this to say the people that the presidents surround themselves with, they don't allow anybody to challenge the president, challenge in a positive way that look, you're doing this one good, but do this one. It will be good. They don't want it like that. They always want for people to sing the praise. Oh, you're doing well, Mr. You're doing well. You're doing this. A lot of things that happen in the country. President Weah was very, very surprised when he himself decided to take a tour to really go to those people. One of them was in Grand Bassa County,
Yes.
especially in We Nation, where he donated a solar plate to electrify Wilson City. When
Mhm.
he got there, the people that he entrusted the thing with, they used it for their own political gain. And when the president went there, he was very, very discouraged because he was trusting people to do this and nothing they were doing. Okay, so President Weah uh, did very well. He loved the country. He wanted to see development in the country. He wanted to make sure that no tribalism or no racism and none of that. Even though in a country we may not say racism, but we still have other people who get better skin. Even the light skinned person will tell you and I that oh, the better of because they are on skin light and our own quota. So we still get all of those stuff that are going on in the country. When President Weah came in, he did not say, because I'm from the Southeast, I'm going to start development there. Okay. He said, my focus is going to be um, other areas that we can prioritize. For example, Monserrado is a seat of government. In the city of Monrovia, there where we have the seat of government. So if we make our city beautiful, anybody that will come, they see this, the city will be beautiful. Then from there, we can go to the other areas. It's like in the Bible where they said that, oh, you will be my witness, starting from Jerusalem, then then to the uttermost part of the world. So, President, our focus was how to improve the city first. He started giving facelift to the city. We all saw that. Road connectivity, all the areas that were now paved, including the other one connecting SD Cooper, going towards the TB Annex, and all over that place. No, I'm not a Maria boy, but anytime I'm in Maria, things I did not see there when I saw that, I was so happy.
Okay.
Today, Monrovia has the kind of facelift that we have there. Looking at the whole thing, people coming from uh, other parts of the county, they don't have any referral hospital. The only hospital that we have that was the JFK. The other one in Newtown, the People Redemption Hospital,
Redemption. Yeah.
it was already collapsing. Of course, under the United Party government, they did some renovation and things like that. And of course, they have a plan of removing the hospital or building another bigger referral hospital. Of course, it was in the plan. We didn't do it. When we came in, he started the Redemption Hospital. And before the Redemption Hospital, he was also doing a referral hospital in Magiri, the 14th Military Hospital. He did not say, okay, let me carry this to where I'm from, Sasstown or Grand Cru. No. Why? Because he believes in equal treatment. He believes in what is right. That's why today, he has been appointed when it comes to racism in FIFA. And we see all of those stuff because he's somebody who is not tribalistic. Does he speak his language? No, yeah, of course. But he will not say because this is I'm from the Crew County, so I'm gonna build this one in the Crew County. I'm gonna do this today. Other people they because they want to score political points. Say you know what? Let's go build in a Crew County. But building there, then we discourage him and all those stuff. Those are nonsense. And I say nonsense because those are just political way of getting the Liberian people.
Mm-hmm.
So today, it is open conversation, but I just wanted to flag some of those things out. Uh, right now, you see Joseph Nima Boakai. I will add the president there because he's the president of the Republic of Liberia, my home of birth. But we see the political thing that is going on. China developed. China is a communist country, but China adopted a communism not to be the form of government, or not a free market democracy to be the form of government, but he saw that in socialism you have some good stuff and that we can apply this. But we are a communist country. We look at capitalism. Oh, we can invest in the market today all over the world. If you want railroad, China will build it. They will charge you the money for it. If you don't have it, you will give them the mirror, and that mirror, when they take it from there, it will be more than the money they charge you. And they're doing that all over Africa, and in fact, not just Africa, the Caribbean, all over the world. They adapted that portion of capitalism, and they're doing that. The Americans, they realize that China, Russia, because those are communist and socialist country, they realize that they have gained ground. So what are they doing? They want to change the narrative. So they're trying to be more friendlier to uh, other African countries, including Liberia. So some of the things that they did not do during we as administration, they're now doing it because they don't want to lose Liberia totally. Sometimes when you see them giving us punishment, they say, okay, it's just a temporary. Like what is going on for the travel or the visa restriction, something that is going on. But they know very well that the Liberian, the government, whenever they're sending people um, to events, whether to the United Nations or whether to America, wherever they go, especially in America, those ministers, they don't go to the embassy to sit for interview the way we the common people would do. They don't do that. They will have special people that assign to the embassy. They will say they want an assistant minister for American affairs at the foreign ministry, so that when they're going for a visa, they they will add other people's passport. Even when people gave them money, I've seen Nigerians. I haven't seen other people with Liberian passport. How do I know that? Because I do immigration paperwork, and some of them, when they come to me, I know exactly where they're from. And some of them can be saying, "Look, you can't go in our country to just get Nigerian passport like that." And the person was showing a Liberian passport how he easily got it,
Mm-hmm.
and all of those stuff. So they will sell the visa to those people. They'll go and come to the United States. They start doing something bad. And when they start doing something bad, it reflects on Liberia because
Yeah.
that person has Liberian passport. And that is the identity that person is Liberian. So this is why we get all of those stuff. Looking at those things, they gave Liberia a yellow line. Why? Because some of us that are connected to some of these politicians, we made it clear to our people the history, the tie between Liberia and the United States. And mind you, most of the people in government today in the United States, most of them don't know it. But when you bring it to their attention, they do research on it. So that's what we've been doing. And then, of course, when this Venezuela thing came up, our people who want to be politically correct, for whatever reason, they started making decision. I don't know whether that decision came from the president. And Louis Brown, he's a bastard man like me. That's what they say. Okay,
Mm.
but if you are representing a country, you don't just make statement just like that. You have to seek advice from your country, where your country stand, before you talk. He didn't do that. He started saying something, started voting the other way around. And of course, I would be mad. I said, oh, okay, we get these people back and this is how they're treating us. All right, we'll see. That's why you see the yellow line, that was yellow line. Today, we are on visa restriction because somebody opened their mouth. And then, of course, when you open your mouth, they say you open some kind of the can of worm. If you do this, you'll see all the worms coming out. Of course, in order for you to bring somebody in this country as a naturalized Liberian or a green card holder, you should live beyond the poverty line. So if you make about then they brought it down so low that even if you make about $25,000 a year, you're eligible to bring maybe 1 or 2%. And the more money you make, they can bring more people. Our people, they like free thing. So when they come, some of them are supposed to get the free money from the government, the free food from the government, the free housing from the government. They say, this is free. So instead of working and paying taxes, they don't do that. And then because
Okay.
they understand the system, they say when they work, if your money you don't make more than $400 a week, then they consider you to be entitled to public assistance. So when they are about to renew their leases for the apartments they live in, they will stop working so that when they do the assessment, they will see that he not working, he not making plenty of money. Boom, they gain the free housing again. Some of them they pay $30, some of them pay $150. Why? Some of us pay 1,500 for the same apartment.
Wow.
So a bank going on like that, and but some people we can't talk. I saw one other person say, "Oh, I told the government that my wife and I we divorced, so I'm collecting this for the benefit of others." I said, "Why are you doing this to yourself?" It backfired on them. They came to me. I could do whatever I could do, and the people wanted more proof. Today, they're trying to provide a proof and things like that. So because our people like free thing and America has free stuff, so some of them that could work decided
Stopped.
uh, getting free money and not working to the extent. Some of them that could not work at all. That's not a problem because when America resettled those refugees, there were some of our people who did not go to school at all. They were already old. So when they came here uh, on a Bush administration, the second Bush administration, they said, okay, what we can do, those of you, even though you can speak English, you can write English, but you can do some work to give back to the government. So some of you guys can go and clean the park. Even if at 1 hour you do every week or 2 hours you do every week, you just come and clean the park. And some of them were doing it. But when our people got to understand the system, they will do everything and what have you. This is why when we're doing the research, and not just Liberian alone, anybody that has Liberian passport, because you can have Liberian passport, you can have Liberian document, and then you are a Nigerian and you register and say you are Nigerian, then it is contradictory. They can revoke whatever you have, they can deport you, or they can put you in jail. That is fraud. So that's why you see the number of Liberians on welfare. That's why you see the number to where it is uh, today, because our government, they sold our identity to other people and they were able to travel. They understand the system, they know how to use the system. They are there and building mansions in their homes, whereby our own country get a lot of potholes, we get all of these things because we gave our birthright to the people. I told you guys before that in the 90s, they there were some people from Yemen. I think you guys have seen most of the Yemenis are refugees in Liberia. I've seen some of them in Waterside when I was there a few years ago. I've seen some of the Yemenis there. Okay, they look like Indians, but we cannot tell the difference. Some of them, they caught them, the pirates, they caught them with Liberian passport. The pirates are those who they can intercept other ship, they hijack them to
Yeah,
steal from them.
yeah.
They have Liberian passport.
I'm aware of the pirates.
Yes. So this is where we find ourselves today. Is because the way in which our government been governing the country and its resources. That's why the common people, they are suffering today and today. President Weah came in, building a gap so that it will not be just one-sided government that just only old people in government. He said we got to build a bridge. Brought in a lot of young people. The young people that they brought in, they were not innovative. They started messing up their own future. Today, you go in some of the countries that we have a lot of young people that were superintendent and what have you. Nothing they really did. They just enrich themselves, and the whole thing about it, when they come to America, they will be counting money, a big bag of money, to be counting it, and all those stuff, bragging about it. At the end of the day, who begin a loser? We the people. So those are some of the things we've been brainstorming on, and our people we can talk about. If you have any question on that, you can ask me. But our people, uh, that's what we can talk about.
So the whole visa restriction issues. Uh, I want to know what are the consequences of it on Liberia.
Well, right now I think or not in your chat room, I share with you our part that we play, and how welcoming uh, it was, and that our communication was sent to the Homeland Security, uh, the person that responsible for immigration and all those stuff. We we got a good
I
good.
think I think you can share with me. Yeah, you please share with me.
Okay, I will do that. So, and other those stuff. Some of the issue that we brought up too was how the situation, the visa situation at our embassy, the inhumane treatment that our people were receiving, and things like that. We decided to bring that to the Secretary of State, so that Liberia, being a strong ally of America, to see the way in which our people been treated, and some of us as a naturalized American, we contributing toward both countries, um, and we're building the economy of both countries, but we still want to be treated as a good friend. So I was sending you the letter. We sent that out. I was trying to get information. I called some of the people that I know in Liberia, some of the internet cafe people that I know. One of them said, one of the things I was saying, I said, look at the line that can be right in front of the U.S. Embassy. There is no shade for the people to stand in. There is no water fountain. If anybody tested and get fired out to buy water, there's nothing like that.
Yes,
There is no
I'm I'm,
a
I'm aware of
toilet.
that.
Yeah,
I'm
there's no
aware of that.
toilet around. If anybody want to ease themselves, nothing. When I start talking about that is not the responsibility of the American people. That place is a public street. That's the Liberian street. When he said that to me, I was turned off. I said, okay, I'm not going to ask this young man. As much as I have a good relationship with him, I'm not going to ask him anymore, because they are not in the interest of the Liberian people. And then I said, how many times have you seen any vehicle parked right in front of the U.S. Embassy on a scene road that you say uh, that is government road? How many times? Because that is under the surveillance of the American government. So when we say something, understand it before you start defending uh, the people. That letter also here. Okay, so there are a lot of things that we do when it comes to the visa restriction.
Hmm.
They are not anybody with DED or TPS. That is the deferred enforcement departure. I mean, you send you in other words, you deport yourself. Uh, but if you don't deport yourself, you are protected, because under the TPS, you are protected. But if you want to go home, you're free to go home. If you want to stay, you're free to stay, because every 2 year it is renewed. Okay,
Okay.
so honored President, we have first tenure, the DPS DED. He changed that. He said, look, for these people to be renewing their work permit every year, doing this all these years is time consuming, and also money. Some people don't have the money; they have to renew that every year. So once the people, they are TPS and DD people, uh, we're gonna bring this program called the the Liberia Refugee uh, Immigration Fairness, and that was in a defense bill that was passed. I think it was 2020 or 2021. So every Liberian that came here in the United States, whether you came here 1922 or up to 2014 at I think November, those people who came in between that, you can apply for green card. You will get your green card, and within 1 year, instead of waiting for 5 years, within 1 year, you can apply for citizenship. We that was passed into law. We started telling our Liberian people, but most of them they said they are Democrats. So uh, Trump, the Republican, they want to dupe the people to deport them. So they ill advised the Liberian people. Few people who understood what we were doing, I believe in what we were saying to them, they did that. So they were able to get their green card, and they were able to become citizen. And then of course the quarter window it expired. Uh, in 20, I think it was 2021, it expired. So when Biden came in, I mean, I think the two of them like Joseph. So when Baka came in, uh, uh, no, when Biden came in, he did not extend that. So all he did was to say, okay, we're going to give the Liberian people, they want on TPS DED, we're going to get another 2 years extension. Instead of say, okay, I'm going to reinstate what the previous president put in place regarding getting permanent residency and becoming citizen. He didn't do that. So today, right now, we are still under the 2 years DED that end under President Biden that ends June 30th, 2026. So after June 30th, 2026, uh, based on our requests and some of the level of work that we are doing, which I will share the information with you, uh, they will either they're going to extend it, or I just spoke to my representative office on Monday, uh, no, on Wednesday of last week, and I mentioned about the visa restriction, and there was a good news that I heard is temporary, and sooner or later we'll see the outcome of the work that we are doing. But as for now, if you are coming as immigrant, that is people whose parents or relatives or husband or wife file for on uh, either the I-130, that is a family-based visa, uh, or those who were able to get DV, those kind of visa, they are immigrant visa. So if I was sponsoring you who want a DV, and I am on public assistance, then today, starting from the 21st, um, I will not be able to send for you because I am depending on the government for support. So why should I bring somebody that I cannot support? So this is why they put up that a restriction on the immigrant visa, so that most of those people who send it for their family members, or whether their husband, wife, or children, or what have you, so that you can prove to the American government that you are not on public assistance. So that's why we have that um, uh, immigrant visa restriction. That all immigrant visa, they are temporarily on hold until those things are resolved. And again, as I said, we have started our communication. Thank God for the lawmaker that we have here in our district, in terms of Madam Nicole Malia Curtis, who is the representative for our borough, our district, Staten Island, and part of Brooklyn. That she has always been there fighting for us, for our family reunification, and she has done extremely well in doing that. Her office is working with us, the Staten Island Liberian Community Association, and we are uh, getting good results when it comes to that. And we continue to work in the interest of our government in Liberia, so that our people will be they will not be the victim because of what few people who are considered being possessed or controlled by demons. Because as I use our don't call our people. Of course, if you are not there to make sure that your people survive, you can put money in a hospital, you can put money in a school, you can put money in all this, and the people dying. Who are you? You are a demon, because the Bible said the demon or the thief or Satan comes to kill, steal, and destroy. And that's what they are doing. And that's what I said. They are being possessed, demon possessed. So that's what I use that word, and I will always use it. I can explain it to them what I mean by that. But with that being said, as you said, we're going to be close. I will not pay attention to the time. It is about that time. So if you want to give
Yeah.
the audience the benefit of the
Yeah.
doubt, give them 5 minutes or 10 minutes, then you can do that. I'm sorry.
Call us on 0776 104 104, but us still 086 504 to participate. At least I can take 5 calls right now. Don't forget to play the Freedom Winner broadcast giveaway, right? Yeah, don't forget to play that. I'm about to give you some runnings. Call us on 0776 104 104, or better still 086 500 104. You listen to Mr. Solomon Baga Reeves on how the whole visa issue when it comes to Liberia is going on. Okay, let's squeeze in this one. Hello, your name and where you call us from?
Yeah, hello, you're speaking. I'm calling you from District 11. I was from Small.
30 seconds.
Yeah, I just want to appreciate the guest speaker there who is speaking from the U.S. I got my family there in Staten Island, even hoping to join in the U.S. So I pray that your process may go all right. And then let me speak to those who say just we didn't do anything with soccer in Liberia. So we have founded the fastest football team ever in West Africa, that is young professional, who went as far as doing WAFA and the best competition in West Africa and Africa. Okay, so we have built a stadium here in Tusafi in my district, and built stadium in
community.
Yucatan and other countries. So I mean other counties or districts. Thank you for having me.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's squeeze in this one. Your name, where you call us from? 30 seconds.
Yeah, I'm George. I'm TJ George calling from FDA.
Go ahead, 30 seconds. Let's hear you.
Yeah. What yesterday, it's true. Communication is very important. And recently, Russia and Ukraine today, Russia is giving grant to the forces because of communication.
Okay.
So the election that our former president has lost, is also because of communication.
Okay.
Failure to how the international relations, put there in your country, the Berlin, Great Europa, really competent there.
Okay, thank you so much. Others are on the line. Okay, call us on 0776. Let's squeeze in this one. 30 seconds. Your name, where you call us from? You live?
Yeah, good morning.
Your name, where you call us from?
Thank you very much. Let me say good morning to you. And good morning to our brilliant, very sophisticated.
Poga Rawat.
That's my man right there.
And I join them money for our unknown destinations.
Always.
You know what happened? Solomon Bogawi became very categorically clear. When you are not a leader, anything you do, trust me, it will not be suitable in your interest or in the present as a leader. Baka is not a leader. We tell people what they say, we're talking about the sentiment. When last, we're going to now, when last they're happy. No, that be very clear. What we're going to now, when last they're happy. You call, you can't down. America is our direct ally. Allah is like a fever of confidentiality. America is our Allah. You look up, one no working on country where somebody were arrested from. When are people have brought our country here? Listen to our former president, one of the greatest presidents that ever had just up. He said the greatest mistake I made was not to have an alignment with America.
Sure.
So, am I lying?
Not lying. You're right.
That's the fact.
You're right.
That's the fact. That's what we regretted. Why you never fought to the 4 years or have an alignment with America?
Sure.
You just say that somebody will not do nothing for all your year. You call Uganda, our people say we benefit from our in the diaspora. What is for having for America? People like even get donation here. What is for having for America? He will say one Louis Bryan. I'm not Louis Bryan or Louis Brown. Who made that kind of reckless statement against America that you feel like funny where after American Muslim. Donald Trump is not get an ordinary leader. Donald Trump is a leader that will pull his head into 40. He want to see the 40th. Donald Trump For now, as a seal of God is subordinate. We can look at the put to be our young brother. Even when we go contrary, but we are landed, we are set to go about the Bobby, what you did to me wrong. But the one I can popular say you condemn me or I don't for we what I dream for yen for. Now what you reap, what you sow, what you reap.
Okay, Poker. Thank you, Poker. Thank you so much, Poker Roberts. Let's hear you.
Yeah, good evening. This is Mohammed Bagwali calling from Jason Masawantin.
Let's hear you. 30 seconds.
Okay, thank you for the program. Hey man, we're talking about we are this energy for sporting like what the broader war. What is the day for we that run away from here went in refugee camp? So we are there for us. It was there for us. He fought for us. He paid for our rentage in La Côte d'Ivoire. He gave us food, gave us money. You see what the French were lobbying? George, we are. They said the province is not respected in your own war. The man did well for all the whole entire war. But that's there for his football. The man who way he bashed it up.
Thank you.
All the children benefited from a football.
Thank you so
Hey,
much.
what a criminal that in the city school get allowing him to be denigrating somebody who go and said, and he's well blessed by God. They will on over there every day you get just to get on the air for start denigrating our past president for what reason? What country that he got to compare himself with Joy Wea, the blessing that Joy Wea got? What did he get in Nigeria here? When they say John Popon, we are told that will be another government money that the next piece of letter that you are picking. 150 so you know how many money can come by year?
Okay. Okay, thank you so very much. Let's take it from this call on 0776 104 104. We are pressed with time right now because we have to yes. Let's see if we can squeeze in at least 3 more callers. No quarter a day. Yeah, 3 more callers. Let's see. Your name, where you call us from?
Hello?
You have to lower the monitor in the background or I'll cut you off. 30 seconds. Your name, where you call us from?
My name is Joseph Smith calling from Tupero, Sharak.
Let's hear you, Joseph.
But you can compare, I don't want to talk much before you guys are insulting. Joey is an international man. We're talking about work best. Shaka do middle school. Joey is much more educated in middle school, right? Or high school, university. Engineer. You can compare. Joey, people that talking rubbish, they even fly around the country. I'm a traveler, I work here in DB. When you see buildings, when you see people building houses for colors of counties that may put down, for colors of counties, you will never be there. Go, four power we can see what television people playing football, we never see how I see some more boom. You brother, oh, that's that whole change street, the man put down building estates. He took a script for Tony, he put up people building. He's talking about now, he put it there. Those times, he put one there. Right, the country, every time he put one there. I don't think they mean it. All around Gorodi, they mean farming. Jaga, around Santa, that you put one the bar jacket. But don't preach. They must have a building. They were in the country as scholarships, free scholarships. He built this country, so we are there where you get confused on one bit. But when you put in the kitchen, man, when you stay, you live in the alley, you were finding scholars to do pay, we're going to be possible left, right? Now, somebody you compare with somebody. That kid, man, they kissy people, they kissy. In the European, they are getting me stingy.
No. At this I grew, you become a 7 loafer. And I'm me and stingy.
Maybe you're not kissy.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's go there and take another caller. Let's go. 30 seconds. Your name, where you call us from? Calling from where? Let's hear you. Okay.
Talking about the passport to go in the state. So, in the school, It is good. Well, we didn't like that too. Your sister, well, I really speak to be coming to where I do that. Get a partner. Get a partner to come. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I'm paid and I'm calling from Boma Road.
Let's hear you.
Yeah. You know, when time finishing with you, you don't know what ready to do. You know, people can always just talk by about or we are. With the first thing that is like people put on their mind. Even the current president that is now sitting with all year. When we can sit and look at that man, carry him to hospital, treat him, that one thing will keep on our mind. What really this young man do to the Liberian? That every time they just we are. We are sent the country to day, that people benefiting from it. The root, the rule, the thing they call former president. The root of that man rule is what the man is living by. Before you go to any country, you got to consult. Even my Eddie, when doing any term, what I'm doing, you say my son go this road. Why you get add the road to heaven? You want to go to heaven one day, you want to take your own self road and bye you want to take. I said, man, because the man been a foreign, he been a former president. All the president you going to say my party, here is a rule. When you go request for the people, here is the road to heaven. Every time they want we are man, that bring people, some of them know themselves. Every day they want we are man, they just want to, and we are is the one that make Liberia today looking to live.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's hold you there and take another quarter. You live? Oh. Okay, all right. Okay, go ahead. Your name, where you call us from?
Yeah, I'm Shadrach calling from Mahavi.
Let's hear you, Shadrach.
Yeah, I just want to get
Well, idea. Intel circumstance, get idea, Shadrach.
You know my brother, we did that prayer, they had to focus thing. They put it for us.
For
We did that prayer. If we can't get in the ocean, we're not going nowhere. Also, we're not sure nothing.
Okay.
We got to learn how to live. We have to get good mind for our country.
Okay.
No matter how it is, they get good heart for our country.
All right, Shadrach.
We get Liberia. America will not come make our country. We the very Liberia will make Liberia.
Okay, Shadrach. Thank you so much. Let's take this caller from on this Lone Star line. Let's hear you. Your name and where you call us from? You live?
This is Jabra Baji from district number 17. Yeah, thank you in the studio.
Please.
Speaking the commodity call LRB.
Call your name again.
Jabra Baji.
Okay, let's hear you.
You know the name?
Yeah, that is the typical name.
Oh, okay.
Okay, the man who can see the national anthem in Pele.
Oh, okay. Let's hear you.
All right, I'll call you for district number 17.
Let's hear you.
You see,
Which county is that?
Motorado County, District 17.
Okay. When the late Mola Duque talk about somebody who come from the swamp that will develop Liberia, like George Weah. For the walking, the food that I used to say from Canada that I made football career that used to supply with the Liberian. But we, I can say, you're sorry for that. We Liberian go ungrateful, not let good in the party will love. Somebody who will go there, go and post something in the water and sell it that the one we chose to be leader for the country here. So our own suffering, we don't want to look for it. The criminal that in America there, they call him and I know that football or George Boone. Then he's reading the lovely somebody who they go and send for Liberia. That will carry the flag of Liberia all around the world, and not George Weah. And he was the one. When you go into a country, you not know you say George Weah. You say, oh, Liberia, George Weah. You call Liberia, you don't identify Liberia.
You have to.
When you say George Weah, you say, yeah, the country that is coming from. Then you are come for salary, you don't know where Liberia people get you protect your condition against something. Then what the other criminal over there, I don't know where the American government get deport that man. He there making mockery of somebody who God bless. Man, shame on them.
Okay.
I love the man. The man love the country more than Unity Party. I didn't think that Unity Party brought war. 14 years with someone here.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Mr. Reeves, you can you listen to the chorus.
Well, again, I want to say many thanks to our people. All we need to do is to discuss Mama Liberia. What are the good or bad? Our president. Again, I will always say, as somebody, not just an ordinary person from the Unity Party, but I was, and since I decided to switch to support the re-election of President Weah, I have not seen anybody who is now the Unity Party chairman in New York. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm still consider myself the chairman because there has been no replacement. Or if they did, I don't know. But political party, they are not doing anything good for Liberia. Individual people. President Weah, before becoming president, he had the love of the people. He identified with the people, whether in the refugees camp or in the country itself. We are seeing all of those things. The propaganda that was played on him, most of the time I can be discussing it, and some people say, no, that is not true. The same way the Democrats, they hate President Daniel J. Trump. And anything that he's doing for the good of the country, they will turn it bad. That's what they're doing. That's the same thing that Liberia has been doing to President Weah. If President Weah say the country is dirty, we get people all over the place, let open these places so that people will not people there anymore. Then we say, what the man doing? He want to condemn us that we can people on ourselves, all those stuff. If the man say, look, when you get road connectivity, if there is any kind of small accident or any kind of emergency in your place there, you have access to rush to the hospital. So let's do road connectivity in the country. They say, oh, that road we eat. Anything that this man does, they hate it. And then when the man is no longer in power, that's the same thing they can be doing. Obama, when his administration, they killed Colonel Gaddafi. Liberians, other Africans, and Democratic Party, they hailed President Obama. President Trump, the same thing that this Obama did without even getting approval from Congress. President Trump did it. He said, "Oh, the man is evil. Oh, he's a dictator. He want to bring somebody from this place. He want to do this from this place." All the people, they did those things, but because they hate the individual, so anything the individual is doing, they consider it to be bad. My fellow Liberians, let us look at the program that the person has, the policy that the person has, that is in the interest of the country. That is very, very important. And we all need to embrace that. We all need to walk along with that. Whether you are in the person's party or not, what should matter to you is the country that the person is doing it for. If that the United States, yes, the United States. If that Liberia, our birth country, then let us support Liberia in every aspect. We should not destroy Liberia because of political affiliation or identity. Again, thank you very much. I think we have electrical problem there, or generator giving problem there. So probably that's why the program cut off. Actually, we have planned to keep it up until 7 o'clock, and we are going to be on that. So again, thank you very much, and God bless you. Bye bye.